Mhm.
I don't ever want to discredit the other team because I thought Bradley played really, really well today. Super physical, knocked down some shots early, kind of came out and really punched us. After we got down, I don't know what it was. It was a lot, 21. I thought our fight was authentic and representative of who we want to be. Obviously disappointed in the result. Uh, I'm not too discouraged though. Just it's really hard to play 120 minutes of basketball with five guys, and again, that's on me. But I'm too competitive and want to win the game. I do think Josh and Xander are coming, and yeah, thought we reeled it in a little bit after the initial blow, but obviously wasn't enough to get the victory.
You mentioned 3 games in 3 days. How difficult is that for your team? Just, like you said, playing just five guys, 30 plus minutes, 3 straight days. And is this something that you can try to look forward to, as you try to continue to develop that bench as you move later into the season?
Yeah, John, it's a fair question, one that will be answered. The great thing is we won't have to do this again until the conference tournament. And I think that in the conference tournament, there's a chance, depending on your seed, you get a day in between. But hopefully by then we'll be a little bit more confident in the rep set we have defensively, and we're hoping Isaiah will be back and we'll stay healthy, and Josh and Xander will, and Xander Yates too. Like I didn't give him many opportunities today, but yeah, I think we'll be. I think this is good for us. I really do. I told our guys. I listened to Sean Miller's post game interview yesterday in Hawaii, and he referenced when Arizona and Purdue. He was coaching Arizona. They played in the consolation game. They were both 0-2, and they played in the 0-2 game, and one of them went away 0-3. I think it was Arizona. Arizona ended up with a 4 seed, and Purdue ended up with a 2 seed. There's a lot of season left. It's only November, and we got off to a great start. But obviously, when you play at home, and then when you have a lot of time to prep, you usually kind of can know what to expect. And this third game in 3 days was, especially at the start, was a little much for us.
Felt like Bradley came out and really kind of punched you guys, and you fell behind by 21. You talked about making the push to get it back to a competitive margin, but in the second half, couldn't really get closer than 7 or 8. They kept having answers. Just how much was that from them, as far as like them being battle tested and having a winning mentality?
Yeah, it was a good program, and they're deeper than us, and they're way more physical. Yeah, again, when you have the size of lineup that I've chosen go with, like it's great when you're winning, making shots, doing all that, assisting on baskets. It's a little harder when you're getting overpowered, out rebounded, and then just there's a physicality that again they had a bunch of fouls early. We were in the bonus early, and for whatever reason they got dialed back a little bit, and maybe they stopped fouling. I don't know, but we got to be able to outlast those games where teams will just grab hold, hammer, and try and outlast the whistle. We got to be able to overcome that. Not blaming the officials by any stretch. It's a good crew, but at the same time, like I feel like our guys, we got to learn to respond to that. But I do think and a little more gas in the tank, it comes a little easier.
As you get more and more film on your team, it seems like, especially this week, that opposing teams are really trying to, keep your flow offensively disrupted.
Yeah.
It seems like they did a good job doing that. What are some things you can try to do to try to change that and flip it as you move forward?
Yeah, again, John, like we had some rhythm there in the second half. We got some good looks, so he just didn't go in. But I do think like the wear and tear on our guys' bodies, how hard you have to work defensively in the pack. I think again, I think the best remedy is some more depth. Obviously, we'll make some adjustments. 3 games in 3 days, you don't get a chance to clean up as much as you do turn the page and get to the next scout. So we had time for Vermont, but we didn't have much time for Towson or Bradley. But that again, we're not an excuse program. I do think you asked a question. I do think part of what we can work on is just having a little bit more depth in our rotation to be able to have some fresh legs to move with freedom.
3 games this week against quality mid majors. What do you think you learned about your team so far this week?
Thankful that we were invited to this tournament. It's a really good event. I feel like we've got a chance to see our group in adversity. Again, this team, our group will never quit. That could have been easily a 20-point game, and they had a belief through the end. And Zach Cleveland rolls his ankle. If you watch it on the big screen, he rolls his ankle. He gets the tape back up, and he goes in the game. Colin Porter has been out 2 weeks with a hamstring, and it gave every ounce. Caden Matheny. So I love this group. I love coaching them. I think they got a high level of character, and it's in November. We're going to be all right. Ed, any questions? Or Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, it's Nick. What do you need to see from some of your guys on the bench for you to be able to trust them with some of those big minutes in games right now?
It's all situational, Nick. Sometimes we need rebounding. Sometimes we need a better ball screen coverage. Sometimes we need a little bit of inside presence. So it's all relative to the given circumstance. Again, our first 5 games when we're 5-0, no one asked about the bench because you don't have to play those guys that many minutes. And albeit if this tournament's at a different juncture of the season and maybe we have Isaiah back, maybe there's some different results. And and don't get me wrong, I want to develop the bench, but I like the rotation that we have right now in terms of giving us the best chance to win the game. But I do think Josh is coming. Again, he's practiced about 15 times with us. That's not a whole lot. And Xander Carter is a freshman. Should have given Xander Yates a few more minutes. I went with a little bit more athletic lineup because that's what they had.
Anything else, guys?
No, sir, I'm good. Thank you.